Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Southern California National Parents' Day Association, I welcome you to the 25th Annual National Parents' Day Award Ceremony today. We have been doing this for 25 years, and it's always a pleasure and honor to recognize parents for what they do. At this time, if you will all please rise and remain standing for the national anthem to be sung by Rebecca. Thank you.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rebecca. Please welcome our keynote speaker, Honorable Mayor Terry Tornick.
Well, good morning, everybody. And it's another beautiful Pasadena morning. Thank you all for coming on this wonderful occasion. As some of you know, my family moved here in 1982 when I took the job as Director of Planning for the city of Pasadena. And so I am a student of cities. That's my profession, that's my training. And I've been reflecting over the last while about what it is that makes for great cities. And I think there are a lot of points of view on this. Some people relate to the built environment. They look at this building, Pasadena City Hall, the historic districts that we have in town, the Gamble House and the arts and crafts historic buildings we have in Pasadena. And they think that it's the built environment, the architecture and the structures that really define what it is to be a great city. There are some people that focus more on the natural environment. We've got a lot of that too. You can look at the tree-lined streets, you can look at the beautiful Arroyo Seco, turn around and look at the San Gabriel Mountains. All of these natural features are what contribute to what really makes for a great city. In Pasadena, I am always focused on the institutions. We have phenomenal institutions of all kinds in the city. We have cultural institutions. I mean, just within walking distance, the Norton Simon Museum and the dance companies and the artistic performers, the Caltech, JPL, I had the opportunity to see the Mars rover last week. I mean, you know, all of these institutions, the Art Center, College of Design, and Fuller Theological Seminary, we're loaded with all these fabulous institutions. So the institutions have a lot to do with what makes for a great city. And in Pasadena, one of the things that I always talk about, particularly when I represent the city in other places and in other countries, is our nonprofit organizations. Pasadena has more nonprofits per capita than any other city in the world. We have 1,100 nonprofits in Pasadena, and they cover every imaginable subject. I mean, you name it, we've got it covered, whether it relates to the environment or preservation or homelessness or youth or whatever you can dream up. We've got nonprofit organizations that really, because of the dedication of the people that belong to them and contribute to them, add so much to the vitality of our city. And Maria and I were privileged in the past couple of days to celebrate nonprofits and those kinds of organizations that have been in the city for over 100 years. The American Legion Post, that's right over here on Fair Oaks, Post 13, was celebrating its 100th anniversary. And the Masonic Lodge, that's right across from the Convention Center, just 2 blocks away, was celebrating its Lodge 202, was representing last night, was celebrating its 150th anniversary. So these institutions are really fantastic in terms of providing a kind of a infrastructure for what it means to be a great city. But the thing that we're focused on today, and I'm getting to the point, thank you for your patience. The thing that we're focused on today is an even more fundamental building block than all of the things that I've referenced in terms of making contributions to being a great city. And that's what we're here to celebrate today, which is parents. I was looking at the proclamation that created Parents' Day back in 1995. I don't usually do this, but the language is so on point that I really felt I had to reference it. It said in this proclamation that parents must be firm yet loving, protective yet liberating. They are the nurturers of our dreams and the soothers of our fears. They instill in their children, by word and example, the importance of family and community involvement, the value of education and hard work. That's what the proclamation that created Parents' Day references. And finally, from that same proclamation, a couple of paragraphs down, it says, teaching the lessons of honesty and caring in a way that no school or government can. America's parents pass on the spirit, values, and traditions that have made our nation strong, and I would say that have made our city special. So it's a real privilege for me today, on behalf of the city of Pasadena, to congratulate all of the winners, all of the distinguished parents that are being recognized today for their hard work. I would say that the hardest work that Maria and I have ever had has been being a parent. We have 3 children and 7 grandchildren. Being a grandparent is a little easier. But I would say that the work that you do as parents is special. It really is, at a fundamental level, what makes our city a great place to live. And so I'm grateful to all of you and delighted to do my small part in recognizing your hard work today. Thank you very much.
My dear friend, Mayor Terry Torning, has been really an outstanding mayor for our city. He is going to have a re-election next year, so remember, when you go to the ballot box, vote Terry, vote Terry, vote Terry, vote Terry. Don't forget that, and tell all your friends, family members, and people in your neighborhood. I put it on silent, what happened? Sorry. That's one of my best friends. Sorry, I'm gonna shut it off. That's Bob Vars, my best friend. He couldn't make it, so he's trying to apologize. Please welcome Nasser Zumarad, the Executive Director of Southern California UPF.
Wow, such a day, such a beautiful day. Isn't it beautiful to celebrate sometimes as a family? That's really great. I'm so delighted to be here and to be part of this wonderful, I can say historical, really, this is history, to establish this foundation for the future of so many people in the nation, in our nation, to celebrate for National Parents' Day. And thank you so much for all of you. Each one of you are so special. You really are pioneer to establish such a foundation for the future of our society and our country. You make the wonderful fruit of life, your children, your family, for future of our society. Thank you so much again. I truly want to thank for Mayor Terry Tornek, such a wonderful couple. Thank you for your remark. I really appreciate. Also for Lieutenant Shute, thank you so much for joining us. We need law enforcement to join us with our family so we can celebrate always together. Please give a round of applause for both of them. They're really working hard and sacrifice. And I should truly thanks to my dear friend, colleagues, Mr. Nedar, who works so hard, really day and night. And he organized this with me, and also Mr. Keith McCarthy, the former mayor of Downey. Also my wife, yes. She's organizing also. And also Rebecca Sinkes sings such a wonderful song. Also for all of these people, they organized it, Matt, and other people from Family Federation for World Peace. So we all working together, and it came up to such a wonderful day. Thank you so much. I'm really excited and happy, and we want to do every year. Actually, the National Parents' Day is the last Sunday of July. But this year, because this place was rented by other organizations, so we have to do it today. But don't forget, next year, you recommend some couples, some families to me and Nectar, so we can expand this wonderful event every year more and more. How about that? And give a round of applause to all of your nominees. Congratulations to be Parents of the Year. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasser. Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin to honor you, let me go over some rules and regulations. We ask you if you would be so kind to submit certain questions, which you did greatly. Some of you wrote novels, and some of you very limited. Because of so many people are here today and we have TV coverage, I edited some, but you're all going to get credit for it. I apologize if you will not get, hopefully you will not get offended because of the time situation. I will read about you, introduce you. After having done so, if you be so kind, proceed to the table to my left. Mr. Zumarad will pass the certificates of Anthony Portantino to our mayor, Assemblymember Chris Holden to our Commander Shute, and then you will be taking photos and go back to your seat. At the end, we're all going to be going down to the steps, take a group picture, and then I'll give you direction for luncheon, and you're all invited as our guests with our pleasure. Let me read to you what the two certificates say. First one is from State Senator Anthony Portantino. 2019 National Parent of the Year Award. On behalf of the California State Senate, I join the Southern California National Parents' Day Association in congratulating you for being recognized as National Parent of the Year. Best wishes on all your future endeavors. Pasadena, California, August 10th, 2019, signed State Senator Anthony Portantino. and Assemblymember Chris Holden, honoring your tireless efforts as a parent, undertaking the serious responsibility that requires providing security, stability, and the love that enables children to thrive. Parents' Day is an opportunity to celebrate the special bond between parents and child, and to recognize those who gave their children the daily support and guidance that enabled them to become responsible and contributing adults. Congratulations. Signed August 10, 2019, Assemblymember Chris Holden, 41st Assembly District of Pasadena. Let's all right. Okay, we'll begin. Our first recipients are James and Carmen Allnut. They have been married for 15 years. James, the real estate broker, financial advisor, and involved with HOA. Elizabeth, the two children that they have, is 26 years, writer, and Gregory, 42, school psychologist. Please welcome James and Carmen Allnut. Reverend Olga Lucia and Stephen Anderson. They have been married for over 40 years. Olga works as a physical therapist, especially in the equine therapy with children that need special care with their disabilities. Stephen is a blacksmith and works with horses as well. Together, they love to share the Word of God and the love for Him. They named their ministry New Life Kingdom Church. It started in Armenia, Quintanillo, Colombia, where they served for 7 years together with expanding their knowledge of extensional studies. They have children, and they are: Balbir is a realtor and received an International Real Estate Award. Shanachet is employed by Advanced Bionics, and they have two children, one daughter, Harmon Preet, who is 26 years old. Unfortunately, I have to say that this beautiful lady passed away a few months ago, and my deepest sympathy and heartfelt goes to you for the loss. I know she's in heaven looking down upon us today. Jeffrey, okay, please give it up for Mr. Olga, Lucia, and Stephen Anderson. Are they here? Perhaps they're late. Our next couple are Balbir and Shanjit Arora. They have been married for 27 years. Balbir is a realtor and received International Real Estate Award. Sharnef is employed by Advanced Bionics. I must have read the thing, I apologize. They have two children, one daughter. I just read the same thing before, my apology. And no, they have two children. My apology, I'm getting confused here. They have two children, one daughter, Harmon Preet, who is 26 years old, and who passed away. Again, my apology, that goes to you, my many mistake regarding the Reverend Olga. So please welcome Balbir and Shanrif Arora, please. They're not here. Okay, that's what I got confused. Sorry about that. Jeffrey and Carla Bartolomeo. They have been married for 27 years. Jeff actually is owner of the Victory Antiques Incorporated, and Carla, staff member of the Church of Scientology and artist. Community activist, Jeff helps with church activities. Carla, officer of the Los Angeles Crest Art Guild. They have two children, names Paul, 43, Lindsay, 40. Occupation of each children: Paul drives for Pink's Moving, and Lindsay is a mom. They have two grandchildren. Please welcome Jeffrey and Carla Bartolomeo. Rochelle Branch. She is the executive in the Cultural City Affair in City Division. Community activism represents city nationally, regionally, and locally for arts and culture at Los Angeles Arts Founder and Municipal Arts Funders. She is a member of the invitation-only National Arts Organization, Art Table. She has two children. The daughter, Magali Marie Duque, 26, and son Dominique Joseph Duque, 23. The children's background: Miguel received BA in History and Modern Language, and the young son, Dominic, attended Santa Monica College as a business major part-time and works full-time as a real estate agent. Michelle, you already went up there? Well, they beat me to the punch. Please wait till I finish before you go up. I get confused. Thank you. Give a nice round of applause. Paul Brassard and Annie Brassard. They have been married for 19 years. Paul is a business executive, and Annie is a full-time home builder and community volunteer. They really have established a wonderful nonprofit service. It's called East Meets West Parents Education in 2015. Provides positive parenting workshop to empower parents to raise well-rounded children. Building up President's Volunteer Service Award Program to encourage young adults to volunteer and give back to the community. They have 3 children, Melissa, 18, Jacob, 15, and Peter, 9.5. Melissa will attend Oberlin Music College in Ohio this August. Jacob is a student in San Marino High School, and Peter is a hardworking young man at the Valentine Elementary. Please welcome Paul and Annie Brassard. They already went up too? Please, the rest of you, wait till I finish, if you'd be so kind. We have Rafael and Lisa Cobreciero. All right. They have been married for 27 years, and they were born in Montreal, Canada, and they've been residing in California since 1991. Lisa is involved in Planned Parenthood. Rafael is involved in Mission Tech, monthly visit to Tecate, Mexico, to provide medical care for the underserved. Rafael, of course, is a general surgeon. That's why he's given his time and serving humanity. I really appreciate that, because that's one thing that a lot of places in our world need that. The 4 children: Victoria June Corbeciero, age 25, Lyceil International de Los Angeles, attended Westridge High School in Pasadena, DePaul University in Chicago, Bachelor of Music, Piano Performance. Sonny purchased New York Master of Music, lives in New York, teaching, performer, songwriter, speak English, French, and Italian. Michelle Francisco Cobreciero is 23 years old and also International de Los Angeles Arcadia High School. Queen's University, Bachelor of Biology, Psychology with honors. USC Masters of Public Health, research, teaching. She speaks Spanish, English, and Italian. Marina Justice Cobreciero, age 22. Tulane University, Psychology and Homeland Security major, interested in social justice, also speaks several languages. Sophie Maria Corbeciero, 18, Flint Beach Prep High School, American University, DC International Studies Arabic, Politics, Social Justice Ambassador. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Cobreciero. Bruce and Donna Dennis. They have been married for 30 years. After 38 years in the aerospace business, Bruce retired as a price-cost analysis for Boeing Company. His lovely wife retired after 37 years working as ABC TV Disney in Hollywood as a post-production engineer. They volunteer in many organizations in Pasadena. They have 2 twin children. Bruce is a junior enrolled in Boston University. Amarai is a junior enrolled at Tufts University. Both children are students, no grandchildren. Please welcome Bruce and Donna Dennis. Jerry and Jari Faulkner. They have been married for 30 years. Jerry is a retired police captain from the Alhambra Police Department, currently working at LAPD as a background investigator. Jari is a retired police lieutenant from the Pasadena Police Department. She is currently an adjunct professor at Biola University. Community activities: they both are really active in community churches and I'm delighted. I've known this couple for a long time. They have 2 children. Daughter, Tyler Faulkner, who's 22 years old, just graduated from Wake Forest University in North Carolina with bachelor degree in psychology. Peyton Faulkner is 21 years old, is senior at the Wharton School of Business at University of Pennsylvania. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Faulkner. Sergeant Caroline Gordon was married 14 years. She's a police sergeant. She mentors basketball coach, domestic violence reduction project instructor, Pasadena Police Athletic Association board member, 1 child, Lethan J. Gordon, 17. Please welcome Sergeant Gordon. Sergeants Keith Gomez and Monica Suliar Gomez. They have been married 19 years. Police sergeants, of course, both of them. They are members of the church. 3 daughters, Haley, 23, Carmen, 16, and Madison, 14. Please welcome Sergeant Keith Gomez and Monica Suliar Gomez. Todd Hitomi and Anna Hitomi. They have been married for 13 years. Todd is the manager of a nonprofit organization, LACI, Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator. Anna is a business owner, office manager at Hitomi Dentistry. Anna also volunteers at the West Coast Fencing Academy, and she's also co-founder and member of the Russian-speaking parents Pasadena group at Caltech. The lovely daughter, Nadia Hitomi, not only she's a terrific pianist, she has won many awards as a pianist, but she's also a saber fence champion in the United States, and in future, she's going to be Olympic champion. Please welcome Todd Hitomi and Anna Hitomi. John Gok Kim and Jong Won Sun. They have been married for 37 years. Jong Won Kim, ambassador for peace, as well as his lovely wife. They are involved in community activity for many years. They have children. Kim, daughter 34, human resource worker. Sue Hawk, 33, company worker. Jung, daughter 29, photo designer. Grandchildren, 2 boys. Please welcome Jung Kong Kim and Jung Won Son. Larry and Akimi Krishnek. They have been married for 37 years. Larry is the director of Subregion 5 for Family Federation of World Peace. Larry and Akimi have served in the ministry and nonprofit work throughout their lives. They have been given back to the community through the love of God, and they're truly wonderful people. They have 4 children, 3 daughters and a son who is the youngest. All daughters are married. The first daughter, Miva, lives in Pasadena with her husband and 2 sons, 8 and 6 years old. Second daughter, Bubeya, lives in Seattle, Washington, her husband and a 3-month-old daughter. Third daughter and her husband and 2 little boys, 2 years and 2 months, live together with Akami in Fernando, Washington. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Krisnek. Patricia Magallanes from the Pasadena Police Department. She was married 8 years, executive assistant, youth ministry at church for 30 years. She has 2 lovely daughters, Laura, 35, Christine, 31. Laura is a retirement benefits specialist, and Kristen is a philanthropist. So please welcome Police Department Officer Patricia Magallanes. Yukihiro and Lucy Matsumoto, they could not be here, so give them a nice round of applause, please. Richard and Dina Moran, they've been married for 22 years. They've been married for 29 years. They really don't look when you see them, they're so beautiful. Rich is a financial services and Dina elementary school teacher. and they have been involved in the National Charity League, co-chair of fundraising for Pacific Festival Ballet Company, resident ballet company for Thousand Oaks Pacific Art Plaza. They also volunteer at Agora High School, College, and Career Center. They have two wonderful children, Jacqueline, 21, a model attending USC Berkeley, and Nicholas, 19, attending USC Davis. I've known Dina since she was 3 years old. I just told them, who would know that one day in the future, after all these years, I would have the pleasure and honor to recognize her and her beautiful husband as Parents of the Year. So welcome, please, Richard and Dina Moran. Spyro and Kathy Morphopoulos. They have been married 39 years. Husband is an online businessman, epica.com, finely handcrafted Italian leather, journals and albums shipping globally since 2001. Lovely wife is a real estate loan officer, holds a real estate broker license as well. The one thing that she does that I'm really very pleased is that she's a community activist and a member of the Soror Pharmacists of Glendale, which is an organization dedicated to advance women and girls locally and internationally. Also, she's a volunteer for the Foundation for Drug-Free World. This young lady goes around and truly teaches about the importance how to not use drugs, and she's been very successful. And husband has been active for several years with Criminal, a group dedicated to rehabilitating men and women in prison. They offer corresponding courses in education, drug abuse, prevention, and preventing, to name just a few. They have two wonderful sons, Irene and Christopher. Irene graduated from UCLA with a degree in computer science, and Christopher is 29 years old and graduated from the University of Canada, Simon Fraser University in Canada. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Morphopoulos, please. Ray and Fern Musser. They have been married 64 years, God bless them. Mr. Ray served 11 and a half years on Upland City Council and 5.5 years as a mayor, and was a member of over 12 regional and county boards. Ray and Fern have 4 children and 4 more children to love, 7 grandchildren and 7 grandspouses, and 5 great children with 3 more on the way. The daughters are Shirley Musser, 63, Daryl Musser, 61, Barry Musser, 60, and Rodney Musser, 58. God bless them. Give them a nice round of applause, please, for Mr. and Mrs. Musser. Lola Osborne, a dear friend. She's a Deputy Director for the Human Services and Recreation Department, oversees the Youth Ambassador Program that provides assistance to Pasadena nonprofits for special events. And this is really tremendous work that she does, because all these young men and women from different schools in Pasadena become ambassadors for peace in city and work to prevent any violence and other non-profit activities. She has daughter, Natalie, 27, and Devan, 20. Occupation of children. Natalie is a psychotherapist, and Devan is a college student. Please welcome dear friend Lola Osborne. Another dear friend, Teresa Robinette, married 27 years. She's a librarian, head of the Children's Services for the City of Glendale. She's also the chair of the Pasadena City Human Relations Commission. 2 daughters, Sasha Robinette, founder and principal of Milagro Charter School, Los Angeles, and the other daughter, Zora, age 13 years old. Mira Robinette just finished a 2-year term as a PTA president at Lincoln School in Oxnard. Please welcome dear friend Teresa Robinette. Kim and Marguerite Ross, they have been married for 33 years. Kevin is a business owner, entrepreneur. Marguerite is also a human resources. Marguerite is also, in addition to be entrepreneur, she works at the 10th Council District Women's Steering Committee, member of the Angel City chapter of the Links Incorporated. Kevin is also associated organization, mentorship program, leadership conferences, donations of computers to Africa, and so much more that they do. They have 3 children. Kevin Roth, which I will be introducing, 33 years old, graduated USC Berkeley, safety manager. Tanya Ross, 20 years old, BA degree, 2 master's degree, doctorate program at Grand Canyon University, Phoenix, Arizona. Charles Ross, 18 years old, student, athlete, football at University of Nevada, Reno. Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Matsak and Alice Simonian. They have been married for 37 years. Matsak was a computer programmer and Alice was a clinical laboratory scientist. Both have been retired for a while. And they are active in their churches and community. 3 wonderful children. Vigen, 36 years old, Tatavik, 35, and Gregory, 27 years old. Vigen is a software engineer, Tatavik is a marketing executive, and Gregory is an assistant professor in astronomy at Concord University in West Virginia. They have 1 grandchildren and 1 grandson on the way. Are they here? I did not see them. There they are, my dear friends, and I mean that sincerely, my dear, dear friends, Mr. and Mrs. Simonian. You know, Mrs. Simonian is kind of shy. She's been actively involved with my wife's piano foundation for 25 years, working with all the youth in music and so many other things. So I want to thank her personally here. Thank you so much. Jay and Anadani Somorante, been married 35 years. Jay works for the Los Angeles School District as a coordinator for special education and also worked as a realtor for several years. Jay is now retired, but remains active and volunteer for the Senior Center in Santa Clarita. Jay and Dante have 1 son who's 22 years old. He is both musician and stock analyst, and himself has 2 children. Please welcome Jay and Adani Sorante. I guess they didn't make it, but we'll give them the certificates. Farid and Coco Tabi Zadeh. Tabi Zadeh and Coco have been married for 32 years. God bless them, they're also dear friends. Farid is a business owner. He owns and runs a market company. And Coco is actively involved in the community, working for the drug rehab education throughout Pasadena, and she does a tremendous job. They have 2 children, 2 boys, 27 and 22. Arya, 27, runs a restaurant in Pasadena. Darian, 22, is in the business administration. Please welcome Coco Tabizadeh. Thank you. Sergeant Scott Vandergreet. 4 children, Clayton, 24, graduated high school and works for utilities company in Upland. Ashley, 23, graduated of Northern Arizona University with a degree in social works. Currently is a social worker in Idaho. Rebecca, 22, graduated from high school and now married to a United States Marine. They have 1 son, Austin Acuna, their only grandchild, another 2 on the way. Brendan Manigail, 18, graduated from high school last month and is looking to join the military. He has spent many years as a soccer coach and other community activity. Please welcome Sergeant Vandergreet. On duty. Benjamin Walker and Odessa Walker, dear friends of mine. Benjamin is a business owner and president and CEO of Y Industries Quad Solar. Community activity, Vice Commander, National Association of Black Veterans, LA Chapter, Vietnam Veteran, Los Angeles Unified School District, Small Business Advisory Committee, Chairman of Procurement, 25 years youth basketball coach. Odessa, retired Director of Fiscal Services, Pasadena City College. She's been a board member of Treasures and Aspires West Pasadena Tutoring Center for 3 to 12-year-old grades. Married, of course, they have been married for 40 years. Children, Benjamin Walker, which we'll introduce in a few minutes. Christopher Walker, business owner, president, CEO, BBC Electric Incorporated. God bless you. Michael Walker, assistant girls basketball coach, La Verne University. Jeremiah McBride, senior underwriter, Chubb Insurance Financial Lines Division. Grandchildren, Nichelle Walker, 12 years old. Danielle Walker, 10 years old. Elijah McBride, 8 years old. And Kennedy McBride, 7 years old. Please welcome Benjamin and Odessa Walker. First parents and now the son. Christopher and Sandra Walker. They have been married 12 years. Christopher is the owner of BBC Electric Incorporated, material supplier, and Sandra is a payroll supervisor at Pasadena City College. Chris coaches basketball, football, soccer in Pasadena. He's been a member of the MLK for many years. And Sandra, Spanish booking reading club, and actively in many other activities. They have Nichelle, 12 years old, and Danielle, 10 years old. And I want to tell you that Christopher, I've known for many years, works on behalf of Dr. Martin Luther King's coalition for many years with his wonderful parents, and I've been involved with them also for 36 years, and it's a wonderful job that they do. Christopher and Mr. and Mrs. Walker, God bless all of you. Please welcome Christopher and Sandra Walker. Brian and Brenda Williams. They have been married for 28 years. Brenda is the director of the Human Service and Recreation for City of Pasadena. Brian is an attorney and executive director of LA County Sheriff Division Oversight Commission. Brenda is involved in Alpha Kappa, Alpha Sorority, co-chair of Scholarship Committee, and much, much more, involved in community activity, churches, and so forth. They have 2 children, Brinton Williams, age 25, and Braxton Williams, age 22. Brinton graduated from Yale University, BA in Political Science, analyst in financial communications. Braxton graduated from University of Oregon, BA in Business Administration, analyst at a management consulting firm. They have no grandchildren. I don't know if they got here or not. They were running late. They're here. Please welcome Brenda and Brian Williams. Okay, Nixon Nan Zook and Diana Hahn. They have been married for 14 years. Husband is a contractor. They have 2 children. Irene, 11, goes to Claiborne School and Easton 5 Polytechnic School. And Irene, the daughter, who I met, could be really a fantastic artistic designer for any magazine today at age of 11. She's fantastic. Now, one thing more, I want to thank Diana. She had bought tickets to go to China now, but when she was nominated, she decided she's going to go later. So I'm very proud of having them here today. So please welcome Nixon and Diana, please. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back again Rebecca for one more song. Rebecca.
All the doors are open wide. Discover and dream bigger than your mind. All the spirits shining bright. Pure water flowing faster than the light. Inspiration's coming in. Now new life awakes in me. the songs in my heart, louder than a cry, deep inside, so alive. Arise from earth to heaven, you receive, you wanna give, forgive, I love, unite. One world, one family, the dream deep, deep in our hearts. One world, one family, same roots, growing branches wide, colors and fruit in the universe. We are that life one time we decide. Everybody side by side, doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, red or white. If we think we are one, happiness of others becomes also mine. Blessings generously spread, let's give it more power and share. Flowers bloom on their own, each one a unique face of God, deep inside, so alive. Arise from earth to heaven, you receive, you wanna give, forgive, love, unite. One world, one family, the dream deep, deep in our hearts. One world, one family, same roots, growing branches wide. That light it shines, the hope of unity. The words to say, a love for humanity. One world, one family, everybody is showing the way. One world, one family, let's build it. Let's build it here right now.
I also want to let you know that our wonderful Chief of Police, John Perez, and his lovely wife were also nominated. I left that for last because I asked for Commander Shook to come up at the end and receive the certificates from me. Since he has become our chief for the past few months, he's really done an outstanding job. I've known him for 36 years. He has been moving up the ladder ever since he was a cadet. He has worked with community, trying to bring the community and police department together, has achieved much success. He's really going to be a tremendous chief. But like anything else, just like the mayor, they're only good as long as us work with them. We are the ones who can make them look good or bad. It's not them. They're wonderful people. So Chief Perez needs all of us to do our share as community family members, come together, live in peace and harmony, just like today. Unite in any way we can, because we are living in a world today, especially in this country, we have a lot of differences, a lot of division, and parents is the unit and the foundation of any civilized society to sustain itself. And I mean that. So, do your share, and I'm very proud of all of you, especially for your children's achievement. I apologize if I did not read all of them, but I did my very best because we had TV coverage for 1 hour, so I did pretty good. I did about 45 minutes, getting 32 people. So please welcome Commander Shook, please. On behalf of Assembly Member Chris Holden, on behalf of State Senator, dear friend, Anthony Portantino, and I will hold it, you can take pictures. Mr. Mayor, if you'd be so kind. No, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, give me a little. Furnishings don't know better. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Group picture.
Yeah. Now, this is very important. I was going to ask the wonderful parents who've been standing here for a long time to go sit down. They're tired, but they have to get up and go back to the front. So it's exactly really 1 minute. We're all going to go down to the front, and I'm going to be the director, tell you where to stand in order we can get a great photo we have done for 25 years. After that, you're all invited for a delicious luncheon, Persian luncheon that Mr. Zumurad has made, and it's up the hill. You're gonna love it. Congratulations to each and every one of you. This is truly a national holiday, just like Parents' Day, Mother's Day. God bless all of you, and keep producing. Okay, let's go.
Good job.